Make sure we're live, and then we'll get into it. Where's my? Where are we at? I gotta find. Sorry, pulling it up on my iPad. There we go. All right, we are live. Well, welcome back, everyone. I'm back on a Friday. I got a little bit of harvest done off screen. We'll finish this field corn, and then we have field 89 and 39 of beans to harvest. I did 98, got that done with corn. So we'll get going today. Welcome back. Not much has changed. Kind of did a little bit of a different equipment change. The New Holland, when I bought that, I didn't like the unload speed on it, so we went with this John Deere instead. My brother did do a little bit of updating to the farm, not on our farm specifically. He bought some of his own equipment and made his own farming area. Not so much farming. It'll be the future site of the cattle farm. He's getting the field cleared and kind of working around with that. So I'm going to apologize for the glare of the sun on the cab of the combine. It's just kind of one of those in-game features I can't really do much about, and it probably has to deal with a little bit of shaders. Corn hasn't been yielding the greatest just because we didn't plant this at all, so it's going to take time to get through this harvest and not get much of a yield, but we got something in our bins at least to sell in the off season when we need cash. I haven't done anything with the cash yet because I'm not sure what all my brother needs yet, so I don't want to really. If he needs something, one big piece of equipment, then I'm gonna wait. But at the end of this live stream, he's not gonna be playing today. I don't know when he'll be playing. You can always add money. I'll probably take the money down and add our loan in here and increase the loan amount. That way we kind of play more realistic. And we are in a hard economy too, like I said in the last one. So that's going to make us a little bit more conscious on what we spend cash-wise and how we go about things and financing everything. So, we don't go under. But when I finish this row, I'll bring the combine over. That way we can get ready to split the next section. But then before I do that, I'll kind of show you around what he got over here at his place. This was an in-game. This was already placed here. This shop was here completely already. He didn't do any construction. There was a house here. We did do map object hider and take the house away, so he has the ability to kind of customize what it else looks like. But the shop is kind of unique to the map a little bit. So I'm going to get me started on this, and then I'll take you over here quickly and show you what to do. I don't know what his plan is with this tree, but it's kind of just sitting there. So he's got two Peterbilts. This Peterbilt hauler crew cab is his own mod. It should be public on his itch. It should be NOF modding, so you can go ahead and download it there if you want. And then he's got this trailer and the Peterbilt dump truck. He's working on clearing land and leveling it out with Terra Farm back here with this cat skid steer. Not sure how long it's going to take, but he kind of has an idea of what the cattle farm is going to look like, and I think it's going to go somewhere back in here. So this shop was placed on this map already. It is just specific location in field 10. You go back a drive here on 9, and the barn was here, and then there was a house right here in this section that we hit. But yeah, this shop is unique to the map. I don't have this actually as a mod. He got his F-250 and his Diamond C trailer. That stair goes up to that loft, and then he's got cat skid steer. I think it's a 309 excavator. So that's kind of what he's sitting right now, and I think he has another Diamond C out here. So that's kind of what his plans are. He had a little bit of an incident. He placed down LAC's cattle farm out here, and it took away a lot of land. So he's got a lot of landscaping to do and terraforming. But I don't know what his plans with the whole field. I don't think he's going to do the whole field, a complete cattle farm. But so I'm not 100% sure what he's going to do yet. I know that when it comes time, we can harvest this field. It's triticale, so we can get straw or wheat, so we can get straw down, and then then he can bale a straw if he really wants to. But as of right now, like I said, I don't know what he plans on doing. So he'll probably be on tonight, and we'll get into that a little bit more. So we'll get back to the harvest here. So yeah, nothing new really, other than just getting that one field done, and then getting into this cornfield. If you are watching now, we're just starting this map, so that's why nothing's in row crop. I'm just getting the crops off the field, and then we'll get into the swing of things probably in the next stream or two. We are gonna do. This is the only cornfield left, and then we'll get into I have 2 bean fields that are planted. We'll get those off, and then it might be a longer stream today. So hopefully we can get through the winter and get some planting in maybe today. I know that's going to be kind of ambitious depending on time, but I'm hoping to aim for maybe 2.5, 3 hour stream, maybe longer. Kind of see how the day goes, and we'll go from there. I did leave in my last video. I don't think you got any comments on the stream, but I did suggest there 4. I think I put 4 maps in the description. I don't know. I think they might be in this one too. Yeah, so they're in this one too. There's No Creeks Farm, Stizler, Wisconsin, Medicine Creek, in Taheton County, Iowa. Taheton and No Creek Farms are both row crop ready. I'm thinking about doing a recorded series on one of those 4 maps as well. I don't know which person would like to what map they would like to see, but if you comment, I'll put a poll out probably today at some point after the stream. People can vote, and then we'll kind of see what map people want to see me play on. So if you are new to the channel or you haven't watched any videos, I am not really a full-time streamer. This is kind of just a part-time thing. I don't really have much going on. But yeah, it's kind of just something to do on a Friday. I work Monday through Thursday because I work 10-hour shifts. So I have Fridays off. I'm going to start trying to fill Fridays in with, 2-3 hour stream. See what happens. If it blows up a little bit, it blows up. But I'm not expecting to, get much out of this. And I do have FS25, but the state that the game's in right now, I'm not a big fan of it. They're constantly putting updates out. It's constantly breaking mods. It's not fun to play anymore. So I just decided to move back to 22, which is a solid game. And I don't know what they did to 25, but it's kind of been a drop off with the amount of players playing it, and modders just aren't modding anymore. So it's yeah, the community is just not there. Figure out why my iPad's not charging. There we go. I gotta figure out how to get course play set up with the grain cart in this game, so I can just run combine and I can have the course play driver running grain cart. I still haven't figured it out because I tried to do it in 25. 25, it only worked with a hired worker, so I'm not 100% sure yet. But the yield's so low that don't really need a grain cart driver. It'd be convenient if I had one, but I can just run grain cart back and forth, and then when everything gets full, combine grain carts, all the wagons and semi, just run those back to the farm, and switch everything out. So full here. Go get save. All right, let's go get the grain cart. I believe those wagons, that truck, and wagon's full, so it's just a semi left. And then topping off the grain cart, filling the grain cart up, filling the semi up, get a bin full of grain on the combine, and then we'll haul everything to the farm, and then bring back what's necessary, I guess, for the remainder of the corn. I'll probably just bring the semi back, and then put the wagons and the top kicking wagon back at the farm, park them up. Don't know how long I'll use those. I might get to another semi. That might be more of our financing purchases on a loan. So, but while we're waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and take us down. We at 87 million. So was 87,600. That should bring us down to about $150,000. All right, well that'll be good. That'll be good enough to work with financing wise. It's a good starting amount. So we'll unload the combine, get back into harvest. Uh-oh. I don't know where the dogs went. They got quiet. That's not good. There's one. They're down here somewhere, so hang on. Alright, there they are. Just trying to make sure they're not getting into crap. Just like kids, when you have dogs, when they get quiet and you don't know where they're at, they're doing something they shouldn't be doing. Not a big fan of this combine and the fuel consumption. I mean, I'm going through fuel. I barely made it through one cornfield and my fuel was about gone. So, I guess it's realistic in a way, but trying to play the game, it's kind of annoying in the same time. But so yeah, we'll get through this cornfield. We'll probably go do field 39 of beans first because it's further away, and then we'll do 89 because it'll be right next to the farm. We'll probably go open up the field, get the first semi loaded of beans, and then I'll have to come back to the farm and switch the augers around. So yeah, I'm just gonna probably talk here and there. There's not much really to talk about if I don't have interaction within the stream. I just feel like I'm kind of talking to a wall, and then in that sense, then it'd make more sense if I was recording a video and just publishing it, but I don't have the time to go through and edit that right at the moment. It's just easier to pop a live stream on and go ahead and go about it that way. And I think I'm on about a 30-second delay when it comes to streaming. So if you do join, I do see your chat. It takes me about 30-ish seconds to answer it on stream. Excuse me. Oakley, come here. I may have to pop away for, a couple minutes here and there and take care of the dogs and let them outside. But, oh, man. Guess I better make sure my AirPods are charged too for the stream so they don't die on us. Oh man, I didn't realize I was this tired. Oh shucks. Oh crap. Pull off a stream 1 second and then I'm running down the field at full speed. Don't text and drive, folks, that's for sure. Or farm. I think one of the dogs has to go out. I'll have to go let him out in a second. I'll get the combine unloading and then I'll go let him out. I'll be right back. So I'm gonna stop here quickly. I'll be right back. I gotta go let the dog out. let them out quickly. So before we get that started, I better go empty this. Let's get this unloaded. We'll probably end up filling the semi with this load. Maybe not. I think this holds 900 bushel. I can't remember. But we're gonna fill the semi, fill the grain cart, fill the combine, and then go take everything to the farm and unload. Alright, sounds like I need to turn my head microphone volume up a little bit so you can hear me better. We'll try that. Should be able to hear me better now. Coming at least through clearer. So we'll get this unloaded. Looks like that part's full. So yeah, we'll probably get maybe another grain cart load in the semi. Probably not. Alright, take this back over. We'll finish emptying the combine out. Then get back to corn harvest. If you're just tuning in, I know this is on RCR stream, but I just started the map, so I'm kind of getting all the crops off before we move into actual RCR stuff. This is not a public convert as well. I did this scripting myself, so this will not be a release map. I don't know if Midwest Horizon is out there as an RCR map. The scripting's not super hard. My first ever mod I did anything with scripting, so I kind of just looked it up myself and figured out how to convert or add RCR to a map. Alright, so get back into harvest here. Don't mind the tire tracks down the row. I was on my phone and had GPS mod on and had cruise control on. Wasn't paying attention when the combine got full, so yeah, I went a little ways down the field. Should be able to. Thought I had it. It's on here. There. Take that and turn that off. And the dog's barking outside. Well, when I get to the end of this row, I gotta go let the dogs in. Be another 30 seconds to a minute, and I'll be right back. Oh. Dogs are the best until they have an attitude. Trust me, they're like kids. I'm back. It's weird playing without the hub on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn that back on. It's nice to play with it on. Just convenient. love when you get to sell stuff on eBay and Facebook Marketplace and people message you at the most inconvenient time possible. So the stream is now going to be filled with interruptions. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. After another stream interruption. Really, Oakley? Alright, so now that we're back farming again, alright. Hello, the Drifter. Thanks for tuning in. I see we have another person in here too. How are we doing today? Excuse me. Yeah, so if you are tuning in now and haven't been watching, we're on Midwestern Horizon Row Crop Ready. We're not in row crop corn or any crops at all quite yet. Just started the map last week, so I'm in the process of harvesting all the fields that we purchased at the beginning of the map and beginning of the game. That way we can get ready to get rotation into row crop. But I wanted to make sure we had some crops in our bin for the off season, so we can, if we need if we're strapped for cash in any scenario, where's the grain cart? We can sell some crops off to get some cash. What is this combine? It's a John Deere. I have to look at it quickly. I'll actually pull it up in the store. It's the John Deere 9650. It's the newer version of the Maximizers. So it's the newer model of these ones, but it's before, if I remember right, I think it's before the STS series. I don't know who put the mod out, just because it was so long ago since I played this game. I don't remember exactly where I downloaded it from, but well, that's full. Come on, there we go. Looks like we should be able to fill the rest of the semi, top the grain cart back off, fill the bin on the combine before we have to go empty anything, and it should be another round and a half maybe, and then and then we'll go empty everything at the farm, bring back the semi. Yeah, I'm staying small for now. I'm gonna work my way up to a 9870. Um, I do know what you're talking about, but still got to start fall small. We don't have a lot of fields or ground in the game, so we don't need a large combine yet. We will get to a point where we will upgrade to some of that stuff. But right now there's no need for the large equipment quite yet. But you're talking about the 98, was it 9870? Right. Why can't I think of it right now? Where's it at? Where's 7? Isn't a 9870 a tractor? I think. Alright, hang on. Now you're racking my history brain. Hang on, let me Google it. John Deere 9870. Oh no, there's a combine. It's an STS. Why didn't I don't know what my brain was thinking. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to question you. Get those notifications off. I will at some point. Is that an STS version? Yeah, okay. I do have that option. I will get to that at some point. That'll probably be the next upgrade. That'll probably go to a 7 series and then up to a X9 at some point, or I might just jump from an STS to the X9, just depending on ground wise. So if I had more people and I had my brother on and I had more ground, I would have a second combine. But like I said, I don't have enough ground to run it and to run stuff. I'm kind of trying to run stuff by myself right now and kind of do a little bit of manual, not role play, but along those lines. Because if I were to just stream this and sit and run course play with 2 combines and just sit in the grain cart while I was waiting, I feel like watching someone do that on a stream can get kind of boring. I know this is the same thing, but at least like I'm a little interactive, and I'm actually harvesting, and I'm not just sitting there. But yeah, so I don't have much ground. Where the heck did I get field 8 from? When did he buy that? Okay, not very happy my brother bought that field, but I don't know why he bought all of those fields. I'm going to have to talk to him about that. Not very happy about it. No, I haven't done any contracts in 22. So I've got a little bit of ground, 40, 39, 33, 19 farms here. Um, I can show you around the farm once I take the semi over there. I will have to get fuel back over here somehow for this combine. Actually, I think my brother has a fuel pump at his shop area. All right, well, stop that here. I need the grain cart. We'll go fill the semi, and then I'll go take you over to the farm. If you do want to watch the farm build, I did build it in my last live stream, which would have been last Friday. Okay, yeah, I have played on the one in FS20, FS19. I played on Millennial Farmer map. It's a good map. I just like the size of this map. I feel like there's a lot, you know, upgrade component wise you can do. Um, Not all the fields are square, but this is a 4x map. So yeah, we'll fill this semi, and then I'll run the semi back. Or actually, I'll do the top kick and gravity wagon first. I'm gonna have to go and load us all anyways at the farm. Bring this back over by the combine. Do you watch Millennial Farmer on YouTube a lot? I haven't watched any of his videos recently, but I've kind of kept in touch with what he's doing a little bit. Tried to. Sorry, to get your text back. All right, what'd you say? Your combine has. No, I don't have the beacons on the combine. Or you mean my version of the STS doesn't have the beacons in the store? Uh, 9870. Can you add them or no? No. Yeah, I have the beacons on here. All right, let's go and load some stuff at the farm. So I built this farm. This farm's not on the map whatsoever. Yeah, so I did play FS25 on PC. I'm not a fan of it anymore. they've done way too many updates and broken mods that I've played with. I was playing on Ray County, Missouri, and now I can't get back into my game because of the recent update they just did. So I moved back to FS22 where they're not doing any updates anymore, and I can consistently, play. And I have large mod selection, and my brother does mod a little bit. So, and to get my brother to play any game, they since they ruined the modding in 25, in order for me to get him to play anyways, I need to have him in 22 to at least keep his attention. So here's the farm. It's right on. Used to be a field here. It's 80. I think it's 87. Look at the farmhouse. This has all been built. Got LAC shop. I have two early risers as of now. I don't know which one I put the scripting for row crop ready on. So I bought both of them, and I'm going to sell the one that doesn't have it on it. So we got a boxcar Magnum. I think it's an 8950, and the 12 row early riser. And then the same thing over here. We have a 12 row early riser in here. I believe it's an 8950 boxcar, but it's got the 4-wheel drive in the front. So I don't know which one of those has the row crop on it. Okay, you got the manure attached mod in FS25. That was a DLC in 22, correct? I believe. So that was a DLC in this game. I did have that for a while. And we will be getting into cattle farming. If you weren't on here earlier, I'll show you my brother's shop area when I go back to Field of Combine. He's planning on developing a cattle farm back there, and then he'll take care of that part. But when I'm on stream, I'll have to maintain the farm and do some of the chores around with the cattle. So. Oh, do you mean you have the manual attached mod in FS25, or do I have it now? I have the manual attached mod in here. I didn't know they came out with it in FS25. All right, I'm gonna park this around the side. We don't need this for the rest of corn harvest, just because we don't have much left, and the semi should be able to do the rest of the job. So I'm gonna park this around the back of the shed here for now. Then we'll get stuff stored up properly. We'll go back and pick up. So I'll just show you quickly the cattle area we're gonna have. This is my brother's shop. This actual shed was here in the game. There was a house right out here. He's got a cat, a skid steer, and a cat 309 for Terra Firm and F250. That's actually close to what he drives in real life. He's got a Peterbilt with the dump truck, and then this Peterbilt hauler with the maintenance bed. With the service bed, he did a convert on this. It is public. It is on, oh, it's his itch. I think it's NOF modding, and it's only for 22. He doesn't have any mods out for 25 because they changed the way the scripting is. And then he will be building, like I said, when I mentioned the cattle farm, it will be back in here. He's working on Terra Farm right now. Now I see why he wanted to buy these fields. Hopefully he sells them. So yes, I do have heads with the aerials on them. I have all the honeybees. The John Deere ones that I have, is it this one? These ones do have the air wheels on them as well. I will upgrade to the air wheels once I get like the STS series or the S series combines or the X9. I just, with scalability wise, with the scale of the farm, didn't think an air wheel was 100%, necessary due to the scale size of the farm. I wouldn't really have an aerial with the amount of acres I have. And honestly, I'm looking, over the winter, I'm going to look to buy another semi and grain trailer and get rid of these gravity wagons. Make it more convenient to travel around the map. Let's see if they have anything on sale semi-wise. There's a little bit of stuff on sale. Not a lot. And yeah, as we upgrade, this farm's going to change over here. Shops will change. Those grain bins will probably get removed. I'll probably put a dryer a dryer in, or a grain complex in with the dryer function. But that's as we expand and make more money. I'm hoping to keep this live stream series going for a long time. Don't see it really kind of burning out, FS25 burnout a little bit. If you go back into my live streams, I did play on, what was the name of the Forest River, North Dakota. I had a large farm on FS25 and was playing it for a while. Then they threw an update out. Then it broke that map and broke all my mods with it, so I stopped playing for a while. Then Ray County, Missouri finally came out as a release, and I started playing again over the last few weeks, and then they put an update out last week or 2 weeks ago, and I haven't been able to get back into that game yet. The John Deere 40 series. You know the John Deere 40 series? 44, 40. So I take it you're a green over red guy when it comes to that topic. I guess I shouldn't say guy. I should say you're a red over green person. Or green over red. You back the green. The John Deere mower, is it the Mako or Mako pull behind? Is that what you're talking about? And then the John Deere baler as well. Are those the ones you're referencing? Because I believe I have those. I'll park the truck up quickly and look in the store. So mowers. I didn't select it, but I do have that mod downloaded. And then balers should have the John Deere baler in, round baler. Yep, square and round. So actually, I'm gonna sell this set here, this tractor, the 4440 and the Parker wagons. And honestly, I'll probably sell the top, kick another Parker wagon, get some money, maybe get the semi for the rest of this corn harvest here, upgrade a little bit, just so I don't have to do as much running back and forth. Can finance, should be able to finance the semi and should be able to finance the trailer if I can't afford it outright with cash. Alright, Yeah, like planting grass. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. Like I said, once we get that cattle farm um, completed, we'll probably put grass in fields, mow grass, make hay, chop silage. What else am I missing? Bale straw. All right. Let's see how much it costs to get another semi-financed. Let's see. We'll do this. Fenders. Don't need the bar on it. We'll do a red one this time. And then I thought I had a vehicle financing. I guess I don't. All right. Well, I guess we'll have to pull out and ideally pull out a loan for this. So we'll buy it. Should be good on cash anyways. And then trailers. Let's see. You can go at the east end. Dump. Always had good luck with the east end. I have the Dakota lead now. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's go with the east end for now. Don't need silage boards, don't need a triaxle. Turn that to a gunmetal gray. Right, yeah, actually we don't need a loan for that. Alright, so we'll get this unloaded here. How long have you been playing Farming Simulator, Drifter? About 5,700 bushels in there. Yeah, I didn't like that mod specifically. Didn't like the turning of it and the responsiveness of it, so I got rid of it. I know my brother will probably use it for the cattle farm, so you'll probably see it in the future. But I know with the size of this map, carrying and driving around tractors and gravity wagons isn't ideal, just because it takes so long to get around the map. I still have that John Deere for the auger though, so I didn't technically get rid of all the 40 series. I just got rid of the 4440 pulling the gravity wagons. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need the other semi here. Okay, so I gotta get back to the farm. Then once I get to the combine, I'll have to get that down to the other end of the field and put fuel in it. We'll take this back to the farm. Get this ready to pull the grain head. So, because yeah, as soon as we get done with, did my live stream cut out? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I lost connection. Let me know if you're having connection problems. I hope I didn't lose Wi-Fi. Okay, seems to be back. Yeah, I have used a 4440 before on certain maps for specifically for animal farming. I do like the 4440 for, you know, tedding, windrowing, baling some with the square baler. So I have used the 40 series a lot before. So I'll get this truck back to the farm. We'll hook up to the grain head and get that ready to go for the bean field coming up. Kind of get prepped a little bit, and then we'll get back into corn harvest, and then I'll switch into the semi and bring the new semi over to the field. Next question is, will we be able to get into here? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. All right. See if I can swing the tongue. Okay, do I really have to have this on to swing a tongue? Okay. All right, let's swing the tongue out this way. I'll turn that back off. And then we'll get... All right. Should be able to swing this. Okay, yep, sweet. You can swing that out of there now. All right, I'll get this ready then over here. Pull this up. We'll hop in the semi. Take this back to the field. So, Drifter, are you a John Deere or a Case person? Like, do you bleed red or bleed green? From what I can tell, I think you bleed green, but I didn't want to make the assumption. I do need to get a second monitor so I'm not having to watch the chat on my iPad, so I get the update right away as soon as it's said and not 30-second respond time. Alright. So this should be all we need now for corn harvest. Yeah. I don't like to do a lot of production stuff just because it takes time, and I'd rather just have that time to focus on straight farming. Have more time to spend on this stuff. Sometimes that production stuff just it's not a bad idea because you make extra money on top of it, and you don't have to spend anything on the bees, but then transporting the beehive and the honey from the beehive is just not annoying. It's just inconvenient sometimes. So yeah, I need to give myself, it was around $50,000. We'll do a 4-year period. I'll take that loan out. And then can we I'm gonna put 50,000 to this one. Take that loan back down a little bit. Yeah, because that repayment's in a Jurassic amount. So yeah, we'll get down to the other end of the field. I'm gonna have to go put fuel in the combine. Yeah, I know I can sell a lot of honey to make money, like an absurd amount of money. Um, I'm not looking to, expand super fast in the game. I kind of want to, take it as kind of the normal way a farmer around my area would expand. Um, Slowly buying somewhat new equipment, a piece here and there, a piece every year, bigger piece of equipment, financing it, kind of running through the debt stuff, trying to just survive the debt in a hard condition, hard market this year. Realize the corn and bean markets are down. Beans coming back up though, so I was happy to see that. But corn's down by a lot this year. All right, we'll pop in here quickly, refuel this. All right, let's hop back to the farm, the field. Let's see, this should be just about half, I think. If I can steer correctly. There we go. Oh man, this stream might be split into two today as well. I might have to run and grab some lunch to eat, and I don't want to, sit on with the stream frozen. So I might end the stream, come back on live after that. Might get another live tonight. Might be a 3 stream day. Might get a live with my brother tonight, and kind of help him out a little bit with the maybe getting the cattle farmland formed, and picking up sand, because I know he's going to do the LAC cattle shop, and you can use sand as bedding. And then with Terraform, since you can get sand out of the ground, you can put it into like those bins I have at my farm and use that as bedding instead. Yeah, now I got lunch being delivered in a little bit, so maybe 20-30 minutes. I got a better yield on this side of the field? Hmm. Not quite, but just seems like it. Oh, that's what I was doing. I need to text my brother and see if he's going to play tonight. Alright, will we make it to the end here before we're full? Looks like it. Yeah, no problem. His stuff is going to kind of actually get in the way, though. I don't want to turn around and hit it. Alright, we'll get the grain cart. Probably actually have to unload that if I remember right. Yeah. Put this in the east end. New semi. We should only have to use... Actually, we'll fill the Dakota first. If I remember right, I think we might only have to use the east end for beans. I think it holds around 7,000 bushel. Sorry, not 7,000, 1,700. 7,000 would be unrealistic. I'm actually wondering... as much as I like this J&M grain cart, I do like this Unberth too. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably upgrade grain cart when we upgrade combine. It'll probably end up being what will happen. I don't think I'll need a grain cart for the bean field just because I don't expect yields to be fantastic. It's nothing I can't do around and just unloading the combine or unloading the semi at the end of the round. And the field's not very large either, so I don't have to do a lot of running back and forth. I did on this map, I think I did stream, I know it was over a year ago, on 22 with row crop. And I don't remember what I was averaging, but I think it was averaging 200 to 300 bushels an acre on a corn harvest. So I was pretty impressed. Yeah, I'll get this unloaded. We'll continue with harvest. See, we have an additional viewer. Welcome to the stream. We're playing on Midwest Horizon RCR. We're not in RCR yet, though. I'm emphasizing that to a lot of people who are joining. I just started last stream. Would have been last Friday, and over the week, I'm trying to just get crops off the field that we own. How long has this elapsed for? About an hour and 10 minutes. It's pretty good so far. I don't know how many actually viewers we've tracked in so far. I'm actually curious. Does this show me? No. So yeah, we'll finish up this cornfield, and I'll get ready to get into bean harvest. I guess some of you may be wondering why I chose Midwest Horizon and why I chose to convert this one on my own to row crop ready. I am from Ohio, and Midwest Horizon is based in Ohio, so being able to play on a map that's somewhat close to home is really nice. I played on, I think it was in 2019. There was a Seneca County, Ohio map released, and I played the crap out of the map, but I think the most popular map when I played in 19 or in 17 or 19 was Wind Chaser. That was my map. I had a lot of fun on that map and did a lot on that map. I don't even know if anybody's converted that to 22 yet or not. I'm actually kind of curious. Might have to do some research on that while we keep farming. Was it farming? Sim Wind Chaser map. 1919. Yeah, FS19. And FS19 seems like forever ago. But if FS19 seems like forever ago, how about FS11? That's the first farming sim game that I started on. Farming Simulator 11. That was a while ago. A long time ago. That is hard to believe the game's come this far. And, what all Farming Simulator has done and Giants has done to come that far is impressive. I will say that. I mean, they have done a great job updating and constantly impressing the community with what they do. Just 25 just hasn't been the game. I don't think they needed to release 25 when they did. I don't think they were trying to push for it, and I think 22 has been a more well-rounded game than FS25 has been. I think FS22 modding wise, it's a sound system. It's simple to use. Giants editor is, and then just the mods and maps and everything has seemed like it has had a better community wise. FS22 seems to have had a better pull than what FS25 did for the community. Get into my Excel sheet for this map and finances. That computer's dead. Have to get a cord out for that. And also farm and pay attention so I don't run off the road. My AirPod died in my right ear. You should be able to hear me now. Change that over and get that charged. But yeah, I'm gonna get my spreadsheet open for the finances for the farm quickly. That's why I'm frozen. Had to get my laptop plugged in. So we have a few new stream viewers to stream. I know that this says RCR. Haven't got into that yet. We're not harvesting row crop corn that has been planted by me. We're harvesting the corn that grew on the map to start. We just started this series last week on Friday. So I'm in the progress of getting all the pre-planted crops off and out of the ground. All right. Let's see. There we are. And there we are. Oop, I need to pay attention. We're about to be full. Switch to the grain cart. It's not going to empty the combine all the way, so now I got to go empty this before. Be nice to have another additional person on the stream, or not on the stream, but in the game. Someone to run grain cart for me at least when I need it, which is usually my brother, but you know he's at work right now, so hopefully we can get I can get a stream out with him tonight. Us together playing, kind of help him build the cattle farm a little bit. Ideally would be the goal for tonight. If we do stream, it won't be as much farming. It'll be more of a kind of terraform construction night, kind of, if you want to look at it that way. Building the cattle farm and designing it however he wants it. Let me get into the finances sheet. So let's see, we bought. I'm going to beef up this sheet more too over time. Included depreciation. The finance tracker, just year over year. All right. I am an accountant, so that's why I do have a sheet like that to begin with. Kind of makes it feel like real life when you treat finances a certain way and when you're doing that. So you got to evaluate grain at a certain price and certain inventory market amount. Let's see. All right, I got that entered in. I'll do a little bit of this off screen, so you don't have to worry about that. I know one of the viewers said something about having two combines. I might, for Bean Harvest, put the combine on course play and let it harvest. It'll give me a chance to beef the spreadsheet up. General ledger. It'll be month and then the year. The account number. And then description, debit, and then credit. Oh boy, pay attention. Okay, we're about done with this cornfield, and we'll go over and get the bean harvest started. Man, I stuttered a little bit there. And then once bean harvest is done, we'll put equipment up for the winter, and then we'll get ready for spring season and getting, let's see, we're in, what was it saying? Getting ready for spring tillage and planting. And then I need a chart of accounts. Sorry, I'm just going through and making my financial statement stuff for this. Let's see. Let's see, cash 1,000. Let's see. Accounts receivable if I'm owed anything from clients, that'll be 1,200. Inventory parts will be 1,250. Grain will be 1,300. Land will do 1,500. Buildings will be 1,600. Building improvements 1,650. Equipment 1,700s. Alright, building equipment. Missing anything else? I don't think so. Don't think I'm missing anything else. Asset wise, farm equipment, land, buildings, building improvements. Should be it. Grain, I need a seed inventory. I'll need seed fertilizer. Let's see, seed fertilizer, fuel. That should be it for, let's see, so that'd be, I'll change these numbers up a little bit. Should be 1,260, 1,270, 1,280, and then grain should be 1,300. 1,300. Alright, yeah, looks like I lost everybody. That's okay. I'm getting ready to end the stream probably in a little bit. We'll move everything to the field and end the stream and come back later after I get this spreadsheet fixed and compiled with all financials. I still have August on here so I can tell how much I've spent. So that'll be good. So yeah, we'll get this field finished up. Oh, missed a little bit. Oh well. I'll get the chisel plow hired on the course play on the field. That way I can get the ground worked up as we move to the bean field and get closer to. It's one less thing to do in the spring. Because can't work any ground up in December, the ground will freeze. So I gotta get it worked up now. We'll go to the grain cart so that way we can unload the combine. Yeah, come on, Anthony, go. Unload the combine, and then at least the combine can get to the end of the field, and then move everything. Take a little bit of time for movement wise, moving stuff from field to field, because the field is a little bit further away from the farm. Swing around here, get the combine emptied. This will be 2,000, this will be 2,100, but then I'm going to have sub accounts, so. Right. This will be note number 1, it'll be 2101, note. Okay. Oh crap. Well, I drove to the corner, oh well, I guess I'm not paying attention, that's what I get. It's definitely what I get for not paying attention. Lunch should be here soon for me, so I'm going to end the stream when lunch gets here, and then probably start streaming again this afternoon, get another hour and a half, 2 hours streaming. So pretty much be picking up where we left off in this stream, maybe a little bit in between, but shouldn't miss much. Looks like we're not going to get everything from the field in there, but we can get back in the combine and finish this all off. That's what I was missing. Okay. I got a couple accounts I'm missing in here. You guys can't see what I'm doing on my other screen because I'm on my other laptop. But I am making a finance tracker for the farm. Alright, so we're done with corn harvest. That's it for corn harvest for this fall. I'm going to get ready to hop right into beans here. Take the combine back, get it topped off with fuel again, and then we'll move to the next field. I'll get it opened up. I'll get it opened up right away with the combine, and then I'll bring the semis, and then now I'm only going to bring one semi, and then I'm not going to bring the grain cart just because beans shouldn't yield that much. I'll just run semi throughout the field. I'll put the combine on course play, and go from there. Right, so let's head back to the farm, turn off GPS for now. Then before we leave this, I'll give this combine a bath too, make sure there's no traffic coming from this way. Should be good. I give this thing a bath before we get to the bean field. I'm not gonna be able to see out of it. So we'll head back to the farm, give this a bath, get it fueled up, get it down to the bean field. While it's fueling, I'll probably get the truck and grain head down there. Hang on, I'm getting a phone call at me. All right, I'll be right back quickly. I'm gonna go grab mail outside. All right, I'm sorry that took so long. I had to go out and get the mail quickly. Had a package delivered. Dog is sitting outside. Don't want anyone to take stuff. Yeah, so we got 5 people watching. This is actually the most traction at all stream. Anybody have any questions for me, I guess, while you're watching? Alright, let's pull up to the farm. We'll get this at least washed off. Well, this not, head's too big, okay? That's alright. Get it sprayed off. Yeah, good enough for now. Does need to be spotless. Alright, put this in the shed here. It might help if I don't hit the wall. It's in the corner. That should be good. Gotta get out and undo the PTO. Alright, we'll pop this around the fuel tank, and then I'm gonna drive the pickup with the service bed over to the field. While this is fueling up. So, while it's fueling up, we'll get the grain head and pick up to the field when it stops loading. Alright. Turn down the cruise control. Did he put, is this the one that has, alright, it does have hazards on it. This is also a private conversion by my brother. But he does have other stuff out on his itch page that's public. Off modding. If If you want my next live stream, I could include it in the description, the link to his page. That way you can at least see it. Those are not beans. What? That's not wheat. Okay, whatever, game. Oh, I guess I'm all the way up there. I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm an idiot. Ah. Yeah, these beans won't be in row crop either, because they were just generated in game. So, but they'll be all right. So let's. Where do we want to? Should be a shop. This used to be around the area where I actually built my older farms on Midwest Horizon. My brother used to work off of out of this shed here. So I'm gonna actually do it. I'm gonna actually use this to turn around. Alright, we'll leave that here. Let's go back and get the combine. Don't need to put the stupid crappy def in this yet. Most annoying solution ever made. Ever made. Ever. Most annoying liquid ever made. Stupid. It ruins everything before it makes everything better. Man, the sun glare on this game is ridiculous off the grain bin. So let's get this down to the bean field. I guess I can take up the majority of the road because if I remember right, no traffic travels down this. So we'll get down to the field. Oh, it takes a while to get across this map, though. We do have that field back there. Looks like it's got lime spread on it. Do have that one. Looks like we got a little wear and tear on the grain bin. I think the cars don't go down this section of the road, but when you get up to the intersection up here, I believe they then continue. Could be wrong, though. I think I'm wrong. Not 100% sure. I don't know the traffic path on this map. Haven't played in it forever, so. So I used to have on one of my older streams. I don't know if it's on here. Don't count. I can't count on that. This field I also have bought and built a farm on as well. It's kind of hilly. You can level it out. It works great for a farm, to build your own customized farm, really. There's really a lot of sections on this map there are to build a farm. This section here is good, and really this one is as well to build a bigger farm between 64 and 66. Also, fantastic sections to build in if you're still playing on 22. So yeah, I'm just gonna open this field up and then probably call it a stream. I'll get one of the semis down here, move everything back from the other field, and then I'm gonna go get lunch. Maybe stream after that then. We'll kind of see how the day goes and see if we get a second stream in or not. I guess it's just gonna depend. All right, so let's get into this field. Yeah, yield might be better on this field than I thought. I guess this is some decent ground we're on, so that's a plus. So yeah, I'll get a headland taken off here, and then move everything from the other field back to the farm and bring a semi over here, and then probably call it a stream for now at least. Might stream again today, so don't count me on that, but it's highly possible. I don't have a lot going on today, so we would have been able to get a way bigger grain head too if we wanted to. But a 30-footer's pretty good for now. I thought it was a 630 F. Raise the reel up a little bit. We don't want it contacting too much and breaking the pods. We don't want a lot of... Oh boy. I need to pay attention to where I'm going. These are precious. This is precious crops to miss. Don't want to miss that. Corn's not worth a dang in the game right now. But beans is another story. Oh, excuse me, man. I cannot stop yawning. didn't realize these actually had work lights on them. So we'll get to the end here. We'll head over. Where's the field at? Right here. So we still empty corn. If I don't... okay, here's the thought. Okay, we swing this one out of here, we take the Stizler field. If I bring that back to the farm, and the grain cart back to the farm, I don't have to put anything in this truck, and I get it right to the field. We'll do that. This car get back so I can swing and turn. Excuse me, sorry for yawning again. And my food will be here shortly, so that'll be good. Be good timing. Let's get this back, see if we can get both of these back to the farm before I have to end the stream. Better get my own lane. I'm gonna get clocked by a car. Don't really need to map up. Gonna be cars coming, so I can use this and swing it in here. Shoot. I need to learn how to drive. Go get this. Bring it back with full load. And actually, before we do that, probably should start this on a course play course. Although, he's got his crap in the field. Gotta wait to do that. Have to move that out of the way. We'll get this back to the farm. Hopefully, fingers crossed, before I have to go get my food. But and this tractor and grain cart just perfectly fit between the lines. Almost between the lines, but on this side of the road. See, I'll probably get this back to the farm and just at least do my outro and end the stream. That way I don't feel like I'm gonna rush out of here and leave anyone hanging on anything. So if you got any questions, send them quickly. If not, I'm gonna do my outro once I get this back to the farm, and then that'll be it for at least this stream today. or today. So yeah, with that being said, thank you everyone for, watching the stream, and I really appreciate it. Um, Other than that, that's kind of it for the day so far. Might be another stream today, might not be. It's not really a scheduled stream, so just kind of keep an eye out for it, and we'll kind of go from there. All right. So, okay, because we're not. I was just wondering. Anyways, just got sidetracked. So thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for everyone that tuned in, and I'll catch you in the